What if Apple's smallest iPad suddenly became its most powerful one? For years, the iPad mini has quietly sat in the corner of Apple's lineup, a device loved by many but often forgotten when the spotlight turns to the flashy pros. But this time, things are different. The upcoming iPad mini 8 isn't just another minor refresh. If the latest leaks are true, Apple is about to turn its smallest tablet into an absolute monster. Powered by the A19 Pro chip, equipped with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and featuring a stunning OLED display that could finally make the Mini every creator's dream. The iPad Mini has always been a fascinating piece of Apple's history. Born from the idea that true innovation isn't about size, it's about balance. The Mini was never meant to replace the larger iPads. It was meant to fit perfectly between portability and power. People loved it because it didn't try to be the biggest or the flashiest. It was just enough. But in the world of Apple, enough doesn't last long. Every few years, Apple quietly transforms this little tablet, giving it power that no one expects. And now, that tradition continues, in a way that could completely redefine what the Mini stands for. At the center of all the buzz is Apple's next-gen A19 Pro chip. This is the same silicon expected to power the upcoming iPhone 17 Pro, built on a 3-nanometer process and designed for both performance and efficiency. But what makes it truly exciting is the rumor that the iPad Mini 8 might inherit this exact chip. Imagine console-level gaming, 4K video editing, and AI processing on a device that fits in the palm of your hand. That's not just impressive, it's revolutionary. The A19 Pro would make the Mini 8 faster than many laptops on the market today, while still running cool and efficient thanks to Apple's enhanced thermal design. Early reports even suggest that Apple is testing a bent version of the A19 Pro, optimized specifically for the smaller chassis of the Mini. This could mean slightly lower clock speeds, but far better battery life and heat control, something the Mini 6 struggled with. For everyday users, that translates to smoother multitasking, better gaming performance, and incredible consistency even during heavy workloads. Then there's the part no one expected, 12 gigabytes of RAM. For years, Apple has been notoriously conservative about memory in its iPads, but that's finally changing. With iPadOS 26 coming loaded with new on-device AI features, more RAM isn't just useful, it's essential. Imagine live audio transcription, automatic note summarization, and real-time photo enhancement happening directly on the device, without any cloud processing. Apple's neural engine inside the A19 Pro would handle all of this effortlessly, while keeping your data private and secure. The iPad Mini 8 could become one of the smartest, most efficient AI companions in Apple's lineup. Small, fast, and entirely self-contained. But it doesn't stop there. Apple's move to OLED displays across its devices is perhaps one of the biggest transitions in its recent history, and the iPad Mini is next in line. The shift from Liquid Retina LCD to OLED isn't just a spec upgrade, it's a visual revolution. OLED panels deliver deeper blacks, infinite contrast ratios, and richer colors that make everything from movies to games look breathtaking. Combine that with the rumored 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, thinner bezels, and potentially new pastel color options, and you're looking at a Mini that feels as premium as the iPad Pro, only more compact. It's the kind of display upgrade that completely changes how you experience content. And while the design may appear similar at first glance, Apple's attention to detail ensures the Mini 8 won't be just a recycled chassis. Sources close to the supply chain hint at a landscape-oriented front camera, the same shift we saw in the new iPad Air, making FaceTime calls and meetings much more natural. On the rear, subtle improvements in camera quality and a refined flash system could enable sharper photos and better low-light performance. There are even whispers of LiDAR integration, tying the Mini more closely to Apple's visionOS ecosystem and future AR ambitions. It's not just about productivity anymore. It's about preparing this small tablet for the next era of spatial computing. Battery life has also been a recurring question with the Mini lineup. The A15 and A17 chips were powerful, but their efficiency was always limited. by the device's size. Now, with OLED's power-saving potential and the A19 Pro's redesigned architecture, we might finally see a mini that lasts all day, and then some. Rumors suggest that Apple is experimenting with a slightly thicker chassis to house a larger battery. And if that's true, we could be looking at several extra hours of real-world use. Add Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.3, and possibly even MagSafe charging, and the Mini 8 begins to feel like a true next-generation device, small in size, but massive in ambition. And for the creators, students, and designers out there, there's good news. The iPad Mini 8 is expected to fully support the new Apple Pencil Pro. With haptic feedback, squeeze gestures, and precise magnetic attachment, it's Apple's most advanced stylus yet. On a portable device like the Mini, this turns every moment into a canvas. Whether you're sketching on the go, annotating documents, or taking quick digital notes, the Mini 8 with Pencil Pro support becomes the ultimate creative notebook, compact, personal, and powerful. All these upgrades sound almost too good to be true, which brings us to the next big question. When is it coming, and how much will it cost? Apple's usual release cycle suggests we could see the iPad Mini 8 around late 2025 or early 2026, depending on OLED production readiness. Pricing is expected to start around $599, though OLED panels could push it closer to $699. But even then, the value proposition remains strong, a device that delivers pro-level performance in a size that fits into a small bag or even a large pocket. There's also the long-running fan fantasy, the iPad Mini Pro. For years, enthusiasts have dreamed of a true Mini with an M-series chip, 120Hz display, and full Pro camera setup. While that's still unlikely in the near term, the Mini 8 is arguably the closest we've ever been. Apple seems to be blurring the lines between the Mini and the Pro, giving more features to the smaller model without officially calling it one. It's a quiet but strategic evolution, one that keeps the lineup fresh while staying true to what made the Mini special in the first place. Some people believe that the rise of foldable iPhones will eventually kill off the iPad Mini. After all, why buy a small tablet when your phone can unfold into one? But that theory ignores something deeper, the feeling of focus that the Mini provides. It's not a phone disguised as a tablet. It's a dedicated device for reading, note-taking, drawing, gaming, and creating. You don't get notifications interrupting your workflow, no constant distractions, just pure, intentional use. In that sense, the Mini still has a soul that a foldable phone can't replicate. A foldable might replace your screen, but it can't replace your peace of mind. And that's what makes the iPad Mini 8 so exciting. It represents Apple's philosophy in its purest form, simplicity refined through power. A device that doesn't shout, but whispers perfection through every detail. It's not about going bigger or louder. It's about making something small, truly powerful again. The iPad Mini 8 could very well become Apple's most surprising hit of 2025, the device no one saw coming, yet everyone will want to own. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the iPad Mini 8 leaks, make sure to subscribe, share this video, and hit the bell icon for more future updates. What do you think? Will Apple finally make the Mini a true pro? Drop your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next one.